The same government that says the economy is great, last year was the first year, 2018, that we had a brand new big fat tax cut for corporations and the rich. Huge. And it was premised on the notion that it would get the economic growth rate of the United States back to 3%, something it hadn't seen for a long time, which would be a great achievement. That achievement was not achieved. We are at 2%, and we're staying around 2%, and 3% is not in the cards. We gave an enormous tax cut to get something which did not materialize. That's not a good sign. That's a bad sign. Number two, Mr. Trump, in order to look as though he were defending America, making America first and all of that, has imposed tariffs virtually on the whole world, especially China, but Europe and Canada and Mexico too. That has disrupted the world economy and brought a recession nearer. Poor Mr. Trump, trying to get votes by being Mr. Tough Guy protecting, then produces a recession which will lose him the election if it happens in the next 12 months. So he's trying to lower interest rates. He's trying to keep telling us the economy is great, which, if it were, wouldn't need to lower interest rates. The poor man is caught up in his own chaos. There's really no other way to say it. But this is not good for the economy. Conditions in Europe and Asia are deteriorating, and that will come to the United States in a world economy sooner or later. But we're not done. There's a statistic, very nice one. How has the stock market done since Mr. Trump came to office? The answer is, as of mid-August 2019, that the stock market is up 29%. That's very impressive in two ways. Number one, it's way more of an increase than wages have seen. In other words, the gap between the rich who own the shares and the rest of us has gone wider. The inequality has become worse over the last period since he was elected. But here's a number you might also enjoy. Using the same 645 days of Trump and asking how well did Mr. Obama's administration do in its first 645 days, whereas Mr. Trump, the stock market is up 29%. In the first 645 days of Obama, it's up 46%. Mr. Obama was even better for corporate America than Mr. Trump. In the 1960s, the ratio between CEO pay and average worker pay was in the neighborhood of 30-1. By the 1990s, it had become the ratio of 100-1. Since the year 2000, it has gone up to, ready, 250-1, the gap between the people at the top of our corporations. Now, nobody in their right mind thinks they're that much better today as leaders of corporation than they were in the 60s and 70s. I might remind you that in the 60s and 70s, when CEO pay was only 30 times the average workers, we had a more rapid rate of growth than we've had ever since. So more CEOs hasn't helped the economy, but it sure has helped the CEOs. And here's another measure of how well we're doing. The Federal Reserve did a study. Every year it does this study on the condition of American households. So the results for 2018 are in, and here's a statistic that jumped out at me. 1 in 4 Americans during the year 2018 did without needed medical care because they could not afford it. 25%. That includes millions who have medical insurance, but it still didn't cover something they needed, and therefore they did without it. That's not an economy that's doing great, no matter how you slice it.